Hey Anita, John, West Coast Connects. Ron reached out to you last week, promised this free video. Sorry I wasn't able to get it to you sooner. I had surgery, all of a sudden, and I fell a few days behind, so it's taken me a little bit to catch up. But um, here it is. I'm going to keep it pretty short and simple. Just want to show you a couple of tips you could do to increase customer flow and traffic to your website, which should in turn, help get you customers. So with that, all I ask is that you send me some feedback, whether that be via email, text, phone call, anything would suffice. I just would love to hear your thoughts. So, with that, I'll get started. Looking at your site is put together pretty well, but the first thing I would do is add content, and content is anything you can highlight, whether that be text or photos. And typically, what you want on a home page like yours is you want um, usually it's about 1,000 to 1,500 words, which is standard. But depending on what your competition does, it would determine how much you do. So if you're being outranked by somebody that has 1,500 words, for instance, you'd want to go to 2,000 just to beat them. So very important. Content's very important, and really for two reasons. Number one is it allows you to get found for specific key phrases and terms. So say I wanted to be found for like solar panels Las Vegas. I would have that either in my text or as a heading, or I might save these images here as those particular keywords. Okay, so right here it's saved as Getty Images. I would have it saved as like Las Vegas solar panel installation or something like that. Okay, and it's a good way to get some of your competitors' traffic by saving these pictures as your competitors' name or something like that. So when people search it, you're found for that particular keyword as well. So a lot of good things you can do with your content. Um, the second reason why content is important is it's a ranking factor for Google. So if you look at things like Wikipedia, the reason why Wikipedia ranks in almost every page that they have is there's just so much content there. People come on, they put text and photos, and it's really hard to beat them out because there's just so much there. And so you definitely want to use content to your advantage and outrank your customers that way. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would be to get a Google My Business. I'm not sure if you have one. I looked, I couldn't find one, but the reason why a Google My Business is pretty important, and they're not too difficult to set up. They do take some time, but they're really great for capturing traffic. And usually, like I put in solar panels Las Vegas because that was a keyword that these are national keywords that had the most volume, 350 searches a month here in your particular area that I found on a quick search. So, um, a lot of times there's ads up here, and then it goes into the map pack or these top three Google My Business things, Google My Business listings. Okay, and a lot of times people only go down as far as they need to find what they need. So, they might hit these ads first. If they skip the ads, they might go directly to this map pack and they might say, oh, solar panels Las Vegas, let's go there. And they actually have two Google My Business listings. Or Sun Solar, oh, let's go there. Okay. And if they don't find it there, then they go to the organic listings. So, really important to have one set up. And there's ways to build this up to strengthen it to get it ranked and stuff like that. But that would be my second my second tip. My third tip would be to strengthen your site and when go after keywords that are high in volume and low in KD. Okay, and when I say strengthen your site, this is your site right here. And it looks like what it would look like if it was a brand new site. The only thing is that you're ranking on 6 keywords, and those keywords here are Tempo Las Vegas, Tempo Electric Las Vegas Tempo, Tempo M Las Vegas, Solar Systems Las Vegas. And even though there's some traffic here and they're pretty easy to rank for, you look, you're on the ninth page, the seventh page. Uh, the 6 page, so you're not very high up, so you're not getting any traffic. Okay. If I look at some of your competitors, this is Sunrun. They have, they do stuff all over. They're pretty strong site, but this is one of their pages that's ranking. And as you can see here, this is the strength of their site, and it's on a 0 to 100 scale. And this number is pretty large. That's a pretty strong site. They have one website that's sending them 4 links. They're ranking at 104 keywords. They're getting 204 hits a month, and Google's estimating that in order to match this traffic, you'd have to spend $1,300 a month in Google Ads. Okay, and the same thing with Vivint Solar. Okay, strong site, 106 searches, a little less traffic, and a little bit more value, or a little bit less value because they're getting less traffic. So, if you build your site up to be, a, strong like these, you can start capturing some of that traffic. And depending on, the how much money you make per solar would depend on really how much this turns into. So, if you can turn half of these into customers, you're at 100 a month, and if those 100 end up buying solar at maybe you make $2,000 or $3,000 per solar unit, per customer, you're looking at quite a bit of money per month. So, and then when I was talking about with having try volume low KD, these are national keywords. Okay, so the volume is a little bit skewed because that's how much searches throughout the country. But as you can see here, solar installers near me, the KD is pretty low, and this is how hard is it to rank on the top in the top 10 or on the first page. So as you can see, not too hard to start ranking for, and there are 8,500 searches a month. And what's great about that is, say you start ranking for this, and say you're on the third page, but you're the first one in terms of Las Vegas. What happens is when someone searches like, solar installers near me, and they're in Pahrump, or they're in Henderson or Boulder City or North Las Vegas, and Google will adjust the rankings here. Obviously, it doesn't do any good if I search solar installers near me. I'm in Pahrump to get a company in Florida. So, it definitely is good to start ranking for some of these national keywords. And then you really want to go like Summerlin Solar. That would be a great thing to go for because the KD is 0 and the volume is 60. Whereas Solar Las Vegas, there's a volume of 100, but the KD is 9. It's much better to go for Solar Panels Las Vegas with a lot more volume and a lower KD. So those would be my 3 tips. If you're interested in really, going after some of this stuff and building it up, unfortunately, in your line of work, it's pretty competitive, so stuff sometimes gets pretty expensive to go after these solar things. But we would love to help you, and we'd love to try to build up, your traffic and your business. So, with that, I'll let you go. I hope I've been helpful. Have a great day, and God bless.